In a gloomy night, a man went to his horrifying house that was on the top of a mountain to search about mysterious creatures in the space. This man was a scientist that everyone hated due to his unexplainable thoughts about the thing that people should be aware of in the space. He had an idea that no one would believe. His name was Nobunaga, a father of two young boys with no mother. Once he had an experiment with his wife beside him, and suddenly the place exploded and she was burned to death in front of his eyes. From that day, this sad man thinks that he is in charge of what happened and blamed himself all his life. However, he continued his idea and still made a lot of research to alert the people that an enormous number of aliens attacking Earth to take people, but he did not know why. He used to work in a big university in Takashita City, a very cold place that sometimes people die because of the weather. Nobunaga loved his children more than anything. He named them Saki and Yoshi. They were twins, but they never remember their mother because she passed away after their birth in 6 months. Saki and Yoshi went to a scientific school to continue their father's path. Saki was older than Yoshi in 3 minutes. Saki always felt a virgin toward his father because he thought that his father was mindless, brainless scientist. However, Yoshi loved his father and sometimes helped his father in his research, while Saki just sat in a corner and just peered at his father and young brother. In a cold rainy night, Nobunaga heard footsteps and the squeeze of the front door. He felt that someone is leaving the house. He woke up quickly, dashing into the front door, but he saw no one. He started going up the stairs to see if his two boys are there. But he suddenly saw that one of them was gone. "Yoshi! Yoshi!" he said hysterically. Yoshi woke up panicking. He saw his father is horrified and turned yellow. After that, he saw the other side of the bedroom and he saw that Saki is not on the bed. Many years passed. Nobunaga and Yoshi lived alone, and they didn't know where did Saki go. Yoshi got older, and he became a famous scientist in one of the biggest universities in Takashita. Everyone loved him because he was really kind to the students. He assisted them and supported them all the time. At the same time, he was continuing the research about the future alien invasion. His father got old and ill. He also took care of his father and gave him his medicines. They had no one other than themselves. On a nice cloudy day during Yoshi lecture, a sudden wind came by and broke all the windows and injured the students in the hall. The whole university shivered. Suddenly, an unknown petrifying sound in the clouds said, "We want humans." This voice set the whole university quaking. Everyone dashed to get out of the university. Yoshi was terrified, so he started to rush to his father. When he reached home, he kicked the door to make sure that his ill father is okay, but he was gone. All of a sudden, three huge buildings in Takashita blew out. Yoshi could see everything on top of the mountain. Takashita was being torn apart. Yoshi went back to see what was going wrong. All of a sudden, a blue line smashed Takashita like a flash and took approximately 10 people, and after that, everything went to normal. Scientists began searching and observing what happened on that day. For the next 3 months, people disappeared in the streets and even their houses. One night, Yoshi thought about the idea of his father. He asked himself what if he was right. On the next day, Yoshi started practicing his idea with the students, and since everyone liked him, they believed in him. At first, people did not believe that it might be an alien invasion, but some people already saw things. one of the students said that it was an enormous blue creature that just wanted to take my friend in front of me. Every person had a story to say. Everyone started communicating: scientists, students, police officers, and even farmers, since they were the most to get attacked because they lived in a far place. After several attacks in the city, one dark night, the blue line circled around Yoshi's house and took everything, even him. When Yoshi opened his eyes, he saw people from different countries beside him, eyes closed, bleeding out, some dead. It was an unbelievable scene. Suddenly, a blue alien came in the scary room that was smelling like blood and grabbed Yoshi from his leg so that he visits the king of Caerumians. When the alien placed Yoshi on the chair in front of the king, he saw a familiar face beside the king. It was his brother. Yoshi was shocked while his brother was smiling as if he was planning to do what is done. Yoshi started shouting and crying. He asked his brother why he did this and the reason behind the attacks in different places in the world. Even he asked if his father is still alive. Nobunaga said, "The aliens took uranium from people's body because aliens tend to live forever, and they cannot reach this goal without uranium's benefits. Uranium and other materials in human body are the main power of life. The Caerumians use the uranium as it's the most powerful energy to use it on their body for longer life and for their weapons and other things to make uranium as a fuel." Saki always talked about his father and how difficult it was for him to kill him to take uranium for the aliens. As soon he mentioned that, Yoshi stood up and dashed toward his brother, but the king, with only one finger, knocked Yoshi down. Then he ordered his two bulky bodyguards to place him into their prison. Weeks passed, and every single day he saw new people coming getting tortured until they died. However, the army had a female alien, which she was the one who left Yoshi alive. Her name was Exaya. She took care of Yoshi. One day, she took the key from one of the guards silently and opened the door so that Yoshi could escape this horrifying place, since she worked there and knew the place of everything. On the way out, Yoshi asked Exaya where did they keep the uranium. She did not know what was Yoshi talking about because she couldn't speak his language. The only thing that was clear was that she had feeling for Yoshi, but Yoshi didn't recognize. Before leaving, Yoshi realized that going to Takashita without doing nothing will not change anything. Caerumians will attack again and again. Also, he had nothing left there. His father is dead and his brother is with him in the spaceship. He changed his plan. Then he went and searched for explosions with Exile, which he did not know what Yoshi was doing. After many searches, he found that room which comes to the power of the blue line. Suddenly, he faced the blue line in the spaceship itself and pushed the button until every part of the spaceship broke apart. Exia grabbed Yoshi's hands and looked at him while everything around them was tearing apart. At that moment, Yoshi realized that love, the hate of his brother, and also the heroic act that he did to save Takashita and the world itself. The spaceship was destroyed. People started cheering and enjoying their lives as the Caerumians were no longer a threat. No one had an idea what happened up there, but the only thing they knew was that they will live happily with no other conflicts. Moreover, The uranium was destroyed into pieces and fell down like snow on a cold day. Takashita got rid of the extraordinary invasion and lived happily, not knowing the hero of this story.